For years, birthdays brought me great grief. Sometimes I cried about aging. Sometimes I cried about the people I lost that year. And sometimes I cried just because. With my 20th birthday around the corner, I'm making it my mission to change the narrative. For my younger self, for my future self. What I have been learning is that birthdays are about perspective. We have spent so much time and energy on making it about what others can do for us that we are forgetting the true importance. We are here by His grace only. Birthdays are a reflection of God's mercy towards us. Even if we did the total opposite of what God had planned for our lives and we made it to this next year, it is nothing but His mercy. So this year, I want to reflect on His grace towards me. I've allowed depression to reign during a time that should be joyous and filled with thanksgiving, and not anymore. Turning 28 feels different. Not in a bad way, but in a wow, I'm really here type of way. Birthdays have always been a mixed bag for me. A mix of joy, a mix of pressure, and sometimes a little self-reflection I didn't ask for. But first and foremost, we must get our hair done. There's something about getting my hair done that feels so transformative. It's really not about the fresh curls or the sleek edges. It's the routine of it all. Sitting in that chair feels like pressing reset and telling the world I'm ready to show up as the best version of me. I walked in tired, a little unsure of how I feel about today, and I walked out feeling like her. Like 28-year-old Kia was stepping into her power. But birthdays. Birthdays are complicated, aren't they? Let's talk about it. On one hand, there's this feeling of entitlement, like it's my day, and the world should stop to celebrate me. But sometimes that entitlement feels heavy, doesn't it? It's not always about wanting attention, it's about wanting to feel like you matter. On the flip side, there are moments where you feel not worthy. That voice in your head says, am I doing enough? Have I accomplished enough by this age? I think a lot of that stems from childhood, where maybe the spotlight didn't always feel safe or earned. But honestly, that's not what birthdays are about, or at least they shouldn't be. Birthdays should be about joy. Reflection, yes, but not comparison. They should be about celebrating the fact that we're here, we're living, we're growing, we're showing up for ourselves and the people that we love. There's also this pressure our generation feels to have the perfect birthday, the Instagram-worthy dinner, the birthday trip, the gifts. It's exhausting. But this year, I'm opting out of all of that. My celebration is for me. Whether it's quiet or loud, big or small, it's about gratitude. 28 is here, and it's not about the party, the gifts, or the lights. It's about embracing every part of me, past, present, and future. Dear Kia, as you step into year 28, I want you to take a moment to reflect. Not with regret, but with gratitude for how far you've come. For so long, birthdays were clouded by grief, a deep ache that led you to hide behind a temporary high of partying, drinking, and smoking. You told yourself it was a celebration, but deep down, it wasn't joy. It was an escape. Escape from the heaviness of disappointment, the wounds left unhealed, and the sense that maybe another year meant another chance you didn't take. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for letting those years slip by without truly celebrating the incredible person you were becoming. I'm sorry for allowing depression to take the throne on days that should have been filled with light and love. I'm sorry for not letting God into those moments when you needed Him most, for letting distractions, shame, and fear build a wall between you and the one who gives meaning to life itself. But you're here now, Kia, standing in the doorway of something new. This year, you're stepping out of the shadows. You're choosing to embrace all that God has for you, not just the good, but even the challenges, knowing they'll shape you into the woman He's called you to be. You're walking away from the things that no longer serve you, no longer fill you, no longer lead you closer to the version of yourself God envisioned when He made you. Grief might still linger, and that's okay. Growth doesn't mean you never feel the ache of the past. It means you honor it, but you don't let it define your future. You're choosing to let God rewrite the narrative. No more looking back with shame. No more letting the enemy convince you that the years you spent lost are wasted. God has a way of making all things new, even this. In year 28, you're walking into freedom. Freedom from the lies you told yourself about your worth. Freedom from habits that only ever left you empty. Freedom to dream boldly, love deeply, and live intentionally. You're choosing joy, not the fleeting kind, but the kind that's rooted in God's promises. You're choosing to let Him be the center of it all, knowing that with Him, even the smallest moments become sacred. So celebrate, Kia. Celebrate the woman you've been, the woman you're becoming, and the God who's been with you every step of the way. Year 28 is going to be a year of abundance, not because of what the world gives, but because of what you're finally ready to receive. With love and gratitude, your future self.